best in the game. But they both got hit by this last patch in some different ways. I talked a little bit about what happened to Joker. Palutena also lost a few things and gained a couple weird things. She
gained stuff?
She did gain stuff, but it's like weird stuff. Like her down smash got a buff, but it's still bad.
Right. Yeah, it's still pretty bad move.
Yeah. Her Nair hitbox was reduced in size, and they did something with the last landing hit. And
so does it just kill you in some weird BS way?
On top of that, the more consequential change is they added knockback growth to her down throw, which mucks with a lot of her throw kill confirms, the down throw bear kill percents. Depending on DI, they can still get it, but I'm pretty sure it's not true anymore.
It's not just like, oh, I'm dead now.
Yeah.
Just like,
so Rumi, I'm sure, is going to be aware of that, and he's going to be DIing accordingly. But that's what happened to the characters. These players play a lot at the University of Washington, both on their esports team for Smash 4, or Ultimate, excuse me, and they tend to trade sets.
Yeah, and I mean, both of them are, I mean, so this is a character, you know, people complain about Pally a lot. I think Cyan, of almost all the character players I've watched in Washington plays Pally, he's just like in your face. He's like the least lame Pally you've ever watched in life.
He's
most
very not
honest,
campy.
in your face.
I mean, you've played like my old retired Palutena, and that is exceptionally campy.
Yeah.
Cyan's is not. He goes in and he tries to like set up grab things, and then he's really potent at taking those as far as they can go. On the other hand, I actually think the player record, even though Cyan is ranked in the whole region and Rumi is not, I think the player record here favors Rumi.
Oh, interesting.
He has often gotten the better of Cyan, and Cyan's kind of wrestled with how to deal with this Joker matchup. And it's going to be really interesting to see how these characters' changes and how the labbing Cyan's been doing are going to affect this matchup at all.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this set, this looks like a game. This looks like a matchup that these two players have played a lot. Like, the way they're moving around each other. I mean, right now it's
there's
looking
a familiarity.
It's looking a bit one-sided. But even still, it's just like they kind of know what each other's game plans are and each other's styles.
And I was mentioning it to the chat earlier here while you were updating the score, but they played in pools today.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and Cyan did take that.
So we're having a
this is the run back with even more adaptation than you normally see from two people that know each other's playstyles. Right now, Rumi looking like he's made some serious adjustments because he is showing no sign of giving up this lead he's got.
I love this. I mean, even just for the aesthetics of watching, I love this Cyan's, like, his just teleporting around and his air dodge mechanics. Just the way he moves around the stage is just really fun to watch.
Teleport cancels have always been a super fun, flashy part of Palutena, ever since the character was created. But it's always nice to see them lead into something productive too, which I've seen Cyan do on occasion. So Rumi can't really rest on his laurels here. That's a quick way for Cyan to move across the stage.
And that would have killed.
Good grab. And okay, I don't know what percent up throw kills that from Palu, so that will definitely do it though.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe he's giving himself a mental refresh, showing us what Palutena's taunt looks like in case any of us forgot, which I actually did.
She's got some sassy
taunts.
taunts.
That's gonna be.
I like the fire she spits.
It's a Nair train, only 30% though.
It's respectable though. It's the start of the comeback that Cyan needs to get himself back in this game. And this is good. He's gonna have to start watching out for any potential Rebels guards, because that's one thing that Joker players often do when they start getting juggled. And it's a set-long mix-up. Like, am I going to Rebels Guard a lot and just get tons of free benefit off of the hitboxes you throw down, or am I going to wait and then punish you for waiting for my openings?
Right. It's one of the reasons it's tough to play against Joker. It's just both of them are pretty solid options.
All right. Okay. Interesting.
The down tilt.
That was definitely a player knowledge thing right there. That entire interaction, because most Jokers would have up B'd and then gone up normally, and most Palus would have run off and nared to try and intercept that tether recovery. Cyan tried to dare
tricks
and then down tilt because he knows Rumi is really good at those tether cancels that he showed off there.
And I didn't even know that Joker could... So I tether cancel sometimes with Samus. I didn't even know Joker could do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I never see anyone do that.
Can't all tethers do that?
I think so. I think the only people I actually see do it consistently are ZSSs and Samuses.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't... Because usually Joker, when he's tethering, he's coming from below.
Right.
That's actually sick, though, that you can do that as Joker.
Yeah, Rumi spent a lot of time perfecting that, and he gets a lot of mileage out of it at times. Right now, he's going to use some of that slick movement of his and take the first game against Cyan. This is a best of 5, though, unlike their pool set, which was best of 3. So there's lots of room for adaptation. All right, we're going to run it back to PS2. This is just a fine stage for both of them. No reason to change, really. There's not really a lot of room to counterpick Joker as far as stages go. All right, and right now we are seeing Rumi kind of weave in and out of Cyan's space, avoid these nairs, and punish any attempts that Cyan has to try and close that space.
And, I mean, definitely a different story than Game 1. It's a dead even game.
Oh, interesting, no grab there. I guess he didn't think it would be fast enough. F-tilt is actually very safe on shield. Most of Joker's stuff, not tremendously safe on shield if you have good shield options.
But
F-tilt, very
pretty
safe.
good. I feel like I don't, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like I don't see Joker's tilts come out that much, except I see, there's the up tilt kill confirms.
I love his tilts.
Down tilt and F tilt, I feel like I just don't.
Down tilt is amazing and so underrated, I think, for Joker, because it can set up some strings, and on top of that, just being able to make yourself into like a Pikachu hurt box that moves along the ground, that's so valuable in so many matchups. We saw Rumi sneak through some of Cyan's pressure earlier with it too. And then F-tilt we just talked about, why that's great. Anyway, this game is super even right now. Cyan's just got to find a way off the ledge or take advantage of being back to the ledge and get a back throw, because that will definitely take it at this point.
And just kind of be scary, just like empty hops and just jumping around, just trying to bait out Rumi's like bait on.
Oh, that was so smart. He didn't want to gamble with F-tilt's safety again there, so he just jumps over Rumi's retaliation and then tomahawks to get the kill.
I think one thing I'm seeing Cyan do that I think, average players try and do a lot. They do a lot of short hops, and I feel like Cyan's short hops, it's very meaningful, and he's just able to get stuff off his tomahawks and his empty short hops. And it's just like, she has such good aerials, like you would think she's going to do an option. So when she doesn't do anything, it kind of messes with your head a little.
Yep. Rumi trying to get a drag down there with the upper, but Cyan's able to drift a little too far away for it to work. And right now, Cyan, honestly, he's put the brakes on this match. He's changed the tempo into his favor.
Yeah,
and
he's just like,
he's punishing these overextensions from Rumi. Rumi is down tilting because with Arsene that will actually kill.
And look, he's a little more comfortable. He kind of just he ran away there and he just stood there and was like, I am in a position where I feel comfortable making the approach.
And this is the kind of adaptation I want to see from both these players in this set. We saw it from Rumi earlier. We're seeing it from Cyan now. And this kind of methodical approach, punishing overextensions, that's definitely how you got to play against Joker, because the mere existence of Rebel's Guard makes this character really good at punishing overextension. And that was, okay, holding back a little too far there, I think, Cyan.
He's being very, very respectful.
Yeah, but he's got no reason to rush in right now. He's comfortable sitting at where he's at.
And he's probably thinking, I'm sure, they're experiencing nerves, we're not. He's thinking, I'm ahead.
Definitely.
Why risk it? Like, I could misinput, I could easily just die to that.
If you space it improperly, then you're easily going to lose your stock, and you've already gotten 108% of extra credit on this. Why not see if you can take it a little bit further?
And he's thinking, right now with the rage, I'm going to go ahead and say that at this point, back through the ledge might kill. It's probably going to kill. It definitely just normal Joker.
There you go.
Kill. And now,
this is literally the opposite of Game 1.
Yeah.
Rumi had a 3-stock to 1-stock lead there.
And also, we were talking about the pace of the game. The match is slowed down. We're at about a little less than half time there, and Cyan's is really taking his time. He's probably thinking maybe playing at a blistering pace. It's not that I can't do it, but maybe that's not the right game plan for this matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
And this particular Joker player.
Right. That's the mark of both a good character that can alternate those playstyles and a good player to recognize when to alternate those playstyles. All right, and that was not a great time for Arsene to come on.
I actually think he might have saved it there. I'm not sure.
Rumi would have lived, for sure, but that was like worst case scenario for him to pop up there. He wanted the tether for sure, and instead he got an up B that put him in a terrible spot. Now he's eaten 72% of his last stock.
But, ooh, nice drag down to throw. And him calling him out, he's like, yeah, I know how far you teleport.
Right, and now we're starting to see Cyan intercept the F tilts with invincible Palutena dash attack. The counterplay to the counterplay. And good runoff nair, but Ruby's able to drift under the stage and sneak his way back up there.
Yeah, and that was, again, he like knows he's going for that, and like most people I think would have just gotten caught by it. He just is able, he's confident enough that he knows he's going to be able to get back to sneak under the stage to avoid that.
Yep, and I like that Rebels Guard he tried to do a recovering. It didn't end up coming into play, but that kind of thing, even if it doesn't actually lead to anything, it's an insurance policy.
Right.
He wasn't punished for it, and it kept him safe during a lot of that.
He was calling up State Farm on that one.
You're in good hands.
God.
That's not State Farm, I know, but...
What's someone with the bald dude, the really good actor?
Farmers.
Yeah. Dun dun dun. Oh god, yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
That guy is great.
I can't think of his name right now, but I do like him. This move was also buffed. Up tilt was buffed in kill power.
Oh really?
Yeah. I forget what percent Rumi was at, so up tilt did kill before, but they did boost.
I want to say that
there.
was the first up tilt of the entire set.
It was. You're right.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I actually.
Yeah, milestone. 1,000 battles.
I adore up tilt from Palutena, but that's just because I like things that are really, really active with good hitboxes, and that checks all the boxes for me. Cyan doing a good job of not overusing that. That's kind of a ace up the sleeve play right there. Not bringing out the up tilt, making Rumi feel like that space was safe, when in fact it was not.
And that's the thing, that all us average, plebeian players, we throw out these options and we teach our opponents, like, hey, I know how to get around this and how to get around that. And we don't have the restraint to hold back for literally almost 2 games before even using a move. The man did not touch up on the C-stick until then.
Yep. That's another hallmark of good players. First step in improving is learning how to do things, and the second step, I think, is learning when to not do things.
Yeah. Very, very wise. We're starting a Smash Philosophers channel, I think. Getting him off stage at the back throw, and again, just even. I mean, I think it's really a joy to watch 2 people who play each other a lot, and I think that's really what we're missing here.
Smashville, really good stage for both these characters.
Yeah, the teleport cancel options off of I've seen some Twitter combos of people doing cool teleport cancels off that, and then of course there's the drag down up air to up tilt kill confirm that Joker has.
Yep, Joker takes great advantage of small side blast zones, which Smashville has for sure.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Palutena has a killer advantage state, and when you just got one small platform and then a smallish stage, she can cover a lot of that with a lot of her options. Right now, though, Rumi is going to be the one taking the most advantage of the stage here. His counter pick paying off as he takes the first stock there and starts mounting a lead here on stock number 2. Joker can be, he's kind of a wily character. He's darting all over the place, attacking on chip damage really quickly until you find yourself in a potential death scenario.
And just, Rumi he's finding, I mean, I don't know how good Joker's grab is. I assume it's pretty solid.
Small, but it's fine.
I mean, he's finding them just amongst this, like, there's a lot of scrambling, I would say, in the mid-center stage, trying to just keep control of center. And he's finding these grabs, right?
Good interception there. That was a great Rebels guard from Rumi. Recognizing that Cyan probably getting a little thirsty to end this stock right now, and with him drifting so closely to ledge, it would be a sensible spot for most players to attack. Rumi, ready for it, and now he's going to get Arsene.
Okay.
Even
close.
That's fine. He got 104 on that stock. This is well within kill percent here, and
nice jab block.
We're getting close. Oh, okay. Mixing up. Rumi expected the ledge there. Cyan went on stage instead. It's going to help him hold on to his stock for a little bit longer, but for how much longer, because Rumi's advantage state is pretty scary. The better he starts doing in a game, the worse everything gets for the opponent.
Right.
He thrives off momentum like that.
I think that might, to that point, I think that might be, we're seeing Cyan take these very methodical and intentional pauses. Like on the ledge or just in neutral, he's just like, I don't know, it's kind of almost like a deep breath just in the game. Just like, all right, let's take a moment, let's reset.
Okay, so Palu might have lost might have lost some grab kill confirms, but she's still got that two-frame down tilt that leads into all sorts of stuff for her.
And I mean, it's such an active hitbox. It's not that it's not, you know, I don't want to take anything away from it, but I mean, like, man, sometimes I was able to get those, and it's you can get it pretty consistently.
We can give respect to Cyan while also admitting it is very easy to two-frame people with that down tilt. But yeah, so Cyan's his restraint there and his ability to capitalize on our sends kind of
coming back with two
difficulty not getting two-framed, that's led him into advantage state, although that's going to tack on 20% over time and even things right back up. Ooh, okay, that's another thing that's very characteristic of Rumi's Joker, I think, is his penchant for dare and his ability to get kill confirms off of it.
Yeah, and
he's really good at finding those openings.
I don't see as many other Jokers really like using it that much. Like I feel like the down air up smash or down air up tilt is like it's not like the Rumi special or something, but I see him do it consistently.
It's one of his faves for sure. And you probably don't see that many Jokers do it because it's not terribly safe on shield, but the reward is crazy if you land it.
And again, we're talking about when to and when not use moves. Like, he hadn't done that, I think, maybe this whole set or for quite a long time.
He's been very restrained with his dares in this game so far. Giving Cyan a lot of respect here, and he mixes it up when he thinks he can actually get something from it. All right, Rumi has got to fight his way back on. They're both going to die to just about anything here. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was, I feel like Cyan, he doesn't, and, okay.
No mash.
Not from center stage.
Yeah.
I feel like Cyan doesn't really use, he just doesn't really use side B that much. Like, it's
side B is super punishable in this matchup, too.
He's just like, and that could just be, again, you're right, it could just be a matchup thing.
Oh, is that'll do it. Yep. Do it. Dash attack at like 150 with rage at the side of smash
stage, right.
Yeah, super dead. Rumi clutching that one out after Cyan almost brought it back from an early deficit. We got some commentary in the crowd. People like their top tiers.
And also, I mean, I know that these guys are kind of more or less character specialists, but I was like, I wonder, I always kind of wish it's like just randomly, just those hype, just like there was that recent match with the Corrin. I think it was Cosmos is
beating DeBuzz with Corrin.
I'm always just hoping in a like randomly one of them will just, you know, be like, I actually secretly had a Toon Link and he just got buffed, or I secretly had a Young Link and he just got buffed recently, so I'm just
there you go.
But no, we're just running this back. Like, same stage. I don't think either of them felt like the stage was what was won or lost the set.
Yeah, no, that was just fine for both parties. That set was won based on the plays they made, not any kind of external factors like that. All right, Rumi taking an early lead here, using that down tilt to leave under some of Palutena's options and string some things together. But Palu's got some sauce. She's mixed them up, getting them off stage, tacking up percent.
Rumi calling out, he's like, you know, I know you want to down tilt me, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of the at the ledge.
Oh, nice interception. Okay, Cyan maybe getting a little too complacent, drifting back down to ledge.
Yeah, he was kind of like, I feel like I'm safe, and Rumi said, you are absolutely not.
Definitely not safe.
Although I've been noticed, so that's the second time he's done fair and disadvantage. He just like, he's saying, it's fast enough, and it's good enough that I'm just going to say, you think you got me, but this is going to get me out of disadvantage.
Yeah, when people think about Palutena's best moves, people that just watch Palutena will often talk about like Nair, maybe less now that it's gotten nerfed, but and back air. Yeah. Fair is phenomenal.
It's really good.
It starts so many strings, and it's very safe when spaced properly on shield. It's quick. It has like 0 lag. Really good option, and Cyan starting to work his way at a disadvantage with moves like that, that's something Rumi's going to have to be prepared for, because Palutena, she gets a lot off it.
Fair is also just, I feel like it's like one of her most kind of fun moves.
It's kind of fun.
You can get some interesting stuff off of it.
Yeah.
You can get people off the corner.
I remember when Palutena, small anecdote time, came out of the Smash 4 and everyone saw her fair in the trailer, and they were like, I keep trying to find the sweet spot like lightning kick, and I'm not. Where is it? And eventually people realized there is none. It's just like lightning kick's our spot.
Ironically, liked Palutena more in Smash 4, but you know,
I'm
not the only one. Yeah. To say.
No, I know what you're saying, and I kind of agree. She was significantly worse as a character,
but super fun.
She was all about like mix-ups and weird things like that, and didn't have as many options she could just cruise on. Although I think as we're seeing the meta develop, we're seeing players like Nairo take her in directions that people didn't think she could really go at the start of the
Innovating
game.
with the character.
Yeah.
Putting some of the naysayers and haters to to rest. Right now, though, I mean, Rumi, so taking that convincing stock with the F smash and trying to, man, it's unfortunate that it's an auto parry, but now in a position where really can just
that was. It didn't work, but that was like a soul read kind of thing there.
It was.
That setup was really, really brilliantly put together there. He was fairing, short hop fairing at the ledge to condition Rumi to roll. Rumi did roll. Cyan grabbed him, put him in a bad offstage position, waited out the Rebel's guard, and just didn't space the dare quite the way he needed to get the stock off. Cyan, he's going to have to let that falling through not shake him.
Right.
He's got to keep slowing this down and staying composed. And,
killed.
Rumi not expecting that dash attack because that was not great DI, and that's why he died.
And I mean,
so Breath of Life for Cyan, how's he going to get things started here?
And that's how, with 3 up airs and not evening it up, but now, I mean, it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, it's competitive now.
Yeah.
And Arsene is just now coming online. If Cyan can hold advantage, this is a great spot for him. Yeah. If you force Joker players to burn their Arsene all the way off stage, like that's how they use their Arsene, is just stuck at the ledge. It's so tilting for them.
And I mean, I think we're going to see Arsene come offline.
He's almost done, And it's dead even now. Arsene is nowhere to be found. This is exactly what Cyan needs to bring this to Game 5. All right, are we going to see a juggle attempt?
And the ledge, oh my gosh.
He rolls through the get up attack and punishes.
It was that, I couldn't tell if that was a pivot grab, but even if it wasn't, it was just like, I was about to say, like, it's so scary against Palu because you're like, is he going to kill me with a dash attack, or is he just going to try and do a pivot grab or just run to ledge and get me with these blast zones?
Palutena back throw, very powerful. So nice footsies there from Cyan, feinting some options, and then dashing in when Rumi least expected it for the winning kill throw. Game 5. This is an exciting set. I really like watching players that...
It's been... There was a couple people in the chat saying this tournament just going to go on forever. There has been a lot of Game 5s today. we're going...
Mutual taunt, I like it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to stay for the end of this tournament because I do have plans tonight. Although it's only 7:30, so this isn't that bad.
We're running a little ahead, but you know, people are they're making the most of their sets.
For sure.
Taking all the games, and some of the games also going to, you know, sub 1 minute.
All right,
wow,
this is a strong start for Cyan, just owning this center stage.
Ooh, and didn't go for the bear.
Once again, Arsene, if you can't get those iframes on the start of up B, his options for getting back are so limited. And he's almost gone now, too.
And people, you know, I feel like people don't abuse the fact that Joker's recovery, while solid, it's not, like, incredible. People should be going after it more.
I agree with you. I respect people that say, like, his recovery's not, like, that bad, because it's not that bad. And he has things he can do to mix it up. And there are some generous iframes on the start of... Wings of Rebellion there, and the tether's pretty good, but if you interrupt any of those things, you can get a lot off of it.
Yeah, and it's decently linear, and I mean, so we're seeing it, it's maybe, again, we're talking about adaptation, and I think I think what Cyan's figuring out is like, I need to condition Rumi to get on the ledge when I can back throw and kill him. And that's going to be the consistent way I can end these stocks. Ooh,
but we're getting some style points here from Rumi. Taking advantage of those drag down openings Joker can create. And good interception with the back air there. Cyan tries to recover high, knowing that Rumi was waiting down there around the ledge zone to intercept the reappearance of that warp. And I like this. Rumi's applying pressure, but he's not throwing himself in Cyan's face.
Right. He's making he's making intelligent calls.
Yeah, this is tactical pressure. He's not overextending, minimizing the opportunities for him to get punished.
Just taking the first hit of Nair, converting it into 2 things. I don't even see how he got on the other side of him.
He rolled up and then Cyan was drifting down behind him. Rumi recognized the opportunity and just gonna take that one for free. Arsene back air, really good move.
Yeah. Going for whiffing on that grab. I think that Cyan's starting to expect a little bit of those, because earlier in the set he was getting a lot of them.
I like Cyan's mix up there. He's been short hop faring a lot. He did it at Rumi's roll distance. Rumi rolled to dodge the fair, and Cyan mixed him up with a back air.
Interesting. Again, we have not seen any jabs. He was looking for the read there. Wasn't quite able to get it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, Palo jab, not that. It used to be amazing in Smash 4. It's pretty now. But it is an option.
Trying to grab him from the drag down.
Yeah, that would have worked if the platform was a little longer, but Cyan, unfortunately for Rumi's sake, just fell off.
Tend to control center stage and just be like, well.
I mean, it's not a bad call. It's working out for him right now. And as oppressive as Cyan has been on the ledge, Rumi probably doesn't want to risk a situation that puts him in a reverse edge guard situation like that too.
And he thought that he was going to go through, a bear on his get-up or something. Wasn't able to punish that, though.
Right. Cyan definitely wanted a back throw there.
Yeah.
I felt it. Rumi's not going to give it to him, though. Back air putting him in a very dangerous position. And that parry was crucial for Cyan.
And he didn't get anything off it except for he regained.
He got his life off of it. That smash. I'm not.
Yeah. That was he was going for the legendary read.
Yeah, little wild with that one. And he's going to lose his stock for it. Rumi going to capitalize.
I felt like once he started charging it, almost like he just kept charging it because he kind of realized, like, all right, well, that's all she wrote for this one, probably.
Yeah, like
maybe
they'll roll into it, or
maybe.
yeah.
And now, Rumi, he's taking the guns out. He's content to just, again, control center stage and just be like, well, I mean, I may be an aggressive player, but at the same time, I'm a smart player, and at this point, you definitely have to come to me.
Don't give Palu any extensions, or openings, rather. And just barely get a cheat death there with the back air. Can't take another one of those, though. And that's done. You're done. Yep.
And we're back. And, I mean, this is,
Game 5, last stock.
Game 5, last stock.
Losers, no other chances.
And
this is for fourth.
This is fourth. They're also playing. I mean, these guys both. Like you said, they play each other a lot. They're on UW PR. Cyan, on PR. Rumi, effectively, like many people would say, probably going to be
a PR quality player.
Exactly. So there's a lot kind of riding on this match.
Yeah, absolutely. They both want it. They've got a rivalry of sorts going, and you honestly couldn't ask for a closer match, although the position Rumi's in right now is really not doing him any favors.
We've seen it a couple times so far.
Yep. Nice egg on there
and he's
Rumi
keeping him
to
off.
Fight his way back on stage. But
missing that down tilt.
Yep.
But
Cyan just proving to be
that's going to do it!
An unstoppable force there at the ledge.
And that we saw that time and time again. I mean, that was a pretty consistent setup. And what is he going to do? He didn't really have any other options.
Yep. Great stuff from both players. Cyan is going to inch out over Rumi there and move on to fight the winner of our next set.